Shall I remind you of some of the choicest remarks you made about me when I arrived here? Because they live in my memory, as fresh as the day they were spoken.
Oh, Matthew, what am I always telling you? You must pay no attention to the things I say.
No, you don't.
Many people know actress Michelle Dockery after her big break as Lady Mary in the Emmy-winning series Downton Abbey. Now she's taking on a very different role in the movie, The Sense of an Ending. It's distributed by CBS Films, which, by the way, is a division of CBS. So she plays Susie, the pregnant daughter of a man forced to deal with secrets from his past.
I went to Highgate to see a woman I'd had a relationship with when I was an undergraduate. Recently become reacquainted, but she wasn't there.
Wasn't where?
At home.
So what were you doing there?
I went to see her.
But she wasn't there.
No. I waited around a bit outside and at the station.
So you're stalking her? You're her stalker?
Oh.
You're a stalker, Michelle Dockery. Welcome to the table. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was funny when we were looking at the Downton Abbey clip, you go, that's so long ago, but that's how so many of us know you.
Yeah, it feels like forever. It's just, yeah, looking back at that. And it's just been an incredible, you know, it was an incredible 6 years.
It really was. I was saying, Lady Mary was a bit of a stick in the mud in the beginning, I thought, but then as it developed, you got to see her. She had a kindness about her that she didn't always show.
She did, no, she didn't always show.
First, I spent many times yelling at the TV about you. But let's talk about your pregnant character that you're playing, because we're introduced to her, but we don't really know much about her past and how she became pregnant.
No, and I love that about the film, that it isn't explained necessarily how these, you know, characters, how she, well, particularly for Susie, how she came to be pregnant and what her journey is. And I think it's for the audience just to decide, really. But it's a beautiful film about memory, actually. You know, it centres around Tony Webster, played by the incredible Jim Broadbent, and about how we can fabricate memory and we can, you know,
we tell ourselves
a story, and it's about unraveling the truth and how that then affects his life once he unravels that, and how it affects his relationships with his daughter and his ex-wife. And but I'm so proud to be part of this film. It's beautiful, and it's a film that really stays with you.
It really does, because there's a twist. I love any movie that has a twist. This certainly has a twist.
Yeah.
People have often talked since Downton about how you're playing markedly different characters, which I always find interesting because, of course, you're an actress. You're supposed to play different characters. But to any degree, do you feel like in picking parts now, you're trying to push Lady Mary in the past?
Well, no, I would never push her away. But I was very fortunate that after Downton, Good Behaviour came along. I play an incredible character, Letty, in that show.
Talk about Letty, because she's a hot mess.
She is
very different from Lady Mary.
Yeah, she's but in the same way, a multifaceted, you know, woman who, you know, I've been very lucky that I've gone from Mary to Letty. But of course, very different, modern.
Drug abuser.
Yes, out on Good Behaviour.
Is it fun playing a hot mess?
Oh, so much fun. And it's just, I never know what's coming next. I mean, those writers are just amazing, and playing a woman like that is just...
And your American accent is so good. Was that hard for you?
Well, I grew up on American, you know, all us Brits, we grew up on American TV.
Like
and
what?
Film.
What was your go-to American TV show?
My So-Called Life, I used to watch when I was young, and
great show.
you know, Happy Days, and but American film as well. You know, we grew up on American film, so I still have to work at it. I mean, it's a different, it's a whole different shape, and but being around Americans, you know, and sort of living in America, and I spent quite a lot of time before I started Good Behaviour in the States, so just to kind of get a feel for the accent. And but Chad Hodge, the creator of that show, is great because he just pulls me up on those few sounds. But it was lovely to go back and, after, you know, play British again and and actually just play sort of more me actually, a character that was sort of closer to me, you know. And yeah, to work with Jim and Harriet Walter.
It's an amazing cast.
Yeah.
Incredible. And
Really?
Charlotte Rampling, you know, I got the chance to work with her on an adaptation a few years ago and playing her daughter, and so it was lovely to be involved, you know, in something that she was in again.
It was a very memorable film. Michelle Dockery, thanks so much for being
Thank
with us
you.
this
Thanks
morning.
for having me.
The Sense of an Ending opens in theaters on Friday.